What's up guys, it's Divani. Welcome back to another Pokemon Duel video. Today we're going to be showing you guys the matches that are played in KRANI'S 4K tournament. What is it? The quarterfinals, I think? Yeah, the quarterfinals, and I was playing against Divani. And I'm going to be showing you guys the matches. Okay, yeah, let's just go straight to the first matches. I kept using the same deck. I don't think I uploaded a video about the other rounds, but I have been using this deck lately with this tournament because I'll tell you the rules and why I use this deck because of that rules. Let me put the music a little bit down like that. Perfect. Alright, so the deck I'm using is right here. There we go. This deck, this tournament does not allow you to use pay-to-play figures like Dawnwings and Celebi and even Arceus. And because of Arceus is no longer there and all other good pay-to-win figures, it comes down that the Victinis are pretty good in this tournament. They're pretty good. They don't really have hard counters in this tournament, so I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So I beat it Crani with the deck. I beat it some other D-Clan member. I'm not really sure who it was. I think it was Aaron. Yeah, it was Aaron. And because I beat the two D-Clan members in a row, I was thinking like they're probably gonna discuss what I'm running and trying to counter it. So that's exactly what Rai was trying to do. So let's get into the first match, and you'll see his deck. Alright, the first time when I looked at this deck, by the way, I did not save the first duel. I did forgot to save it, but I lost that duel, so it's actually 1-0 in Rai's favor now. But let's look at this deck. He has a Genesect. I'm like, okay, why do you have Genesect? And then I see you have the double down strike. I'm like, okay, you really base your entire deck off the fact that I'm gonna run the Victinias again? Well, this is gonna be great. He's gonna exclude my fire types. And I cannot exclude the Poliwraths because they cause confusion after battle, so I cannot banish them. I don't know why it should work, but it doesn't. The mechanic is that it confuses you first and then it decides whether it's a banish or not, and then because you're confused, then after the confusion it's gonna decide, okay, no, you're confused, so it's not gonna be a banish. So that's basically how it works, I think. So we can't banish those, and we can only have luck against the Phoenix and the Primal Kyogre, but I do need to get rid of this stupid Genesect. So I'm already like thinking, okay, he's already one step ahead based off deck building. So now it really comes down to battling, because the deck building he already did very good on. This is a pretty good counter to my deck, so let's see what happens. The first game I get absolutely annihilated, and I'm like, okay, we need to think of another strategy. I went way too defensively last game, so I think I'm gonna go a little bit more aggressive, but we'll see. So he goes out with the Fiend first, going with this, and I'm like, okay, I can just go for the power battle, right? Because Beanie has a big muddy water, and if I can land that, he's gonna land and miss, and I can get the advantage, but doesn't happen. So I'm like, okay, well, we can try to respin, but it's not likely. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we don't really start out that strong, but we're gonna deploy the Alakazam to get our golds up. We're gonna deploy the Cocoon to protect against that. Pretty good staller in this deck. So, and the burn is good. So I'm gonna go Mega Steel Leech just to get some entry points, and maybe I saw he was not running Golbat. So I'm like, can we get Land Burst? But he plays smart and he puts out Genesect there, and I cannot Land Burst 3 figures. So I'm gonna take the entry point. It's fine. So now I see this Genesect is almost in range of my Victinis, and I'm gonna Mega Alakazam to get the gold up on the Victinis because I wanna Bright Powder the Feeny. Even though then I risk getting banished by Genesect, but it's still worth it. So he's gonna bring out the Poliwrath. I'm gonna try to get a knockout, and I get a takeaway, which is even better, I think. In this situation, it's really good because now he has two Finis sitting over there, kind of like sitting ducks, and he's gonna go for my Cocoon. Good play, gets the banish. Yep, there was not really much I could have done against that. So I'm like, okay, great, now I need to Bright Powder, and I want to get rid of this stupid Genesect. Come on, let's get rid of this stupid Genesect. Right now, Bright Powder for the win. I'm like, okay, come on, dodge. Can you get the purple? And then I can respin for my fusion. Gets the Techno Blast, cannot damage, not gonna risk going for purple. So now I'll lose the Alchemy marker, because it's gonna be replaced by the -1 MP marker. So that kinda stinks, but he's gonna attack me, maybe I can get a burn. Which I do, so that's very nice. I'm like, okay, I need to use a scoop up because I want to get that gold up. Without the golds, I'm pretty much like toast, because they don't have a lot of mist, so, and they have a lot of purple, so I need that gold back up. So that's what I do, and I get a very fortunate roll here against this Poliwrath. So let's go Bright Powder against Feedy with the golden Victini. Let's try it again. Can we get purple this time? Can we get purple this time? He gets the Dazzling Gleam. I'm like, okay. Well, if he gets Pawnee, it's exclusion from both sides. I'm like, well, it's fine. And he's gonna take it. Gonna get rid of my what does he get rid of? I think one Victini. Yeah, the Victini that had the Alchemy marker. So I'm gonna max survive, and I'm like, okay, great. He's gonna max survive his Genesect in a while, and he's gonna exclude both these things. It's not gonna be good. But I get a really fortunate burn here. Very lucky. Cannot get burned, but still make sure of the surround, so he has to use a plate. Brings out the max survive. Attacks me right away, and he gets burned and I get confused, so it's fine. So I'm going for the Shattered Psyche against the Primal Kyogre. And if I get the roll, I can take the entry point, and there's not that much he can do because he does not have a gold lock. I mean, he can change forms, but that will still like take off the form change, and then we'll have a good advantage in the late game. So even if he changed forms, if I would have gotten the KO, it would have still been beneficial. And he gets a Vanish, and I'm like, okay, I have like only one Victini left, and I have no idea what to do. I'm like, okay, the only thing that can save me from this situation is Steelix. If I can get a couple takeaways, that's all I need. But I'm like, okay, well, if I don't get a lot of takeaways with Steelix, I'm gonna lose 2 in away matches. So I'm like, okay, we need to play smart. We don't want to get hit by Z moves too much. So this is okay for now. I do have a slim chance, but I don't get it. I'm like, okay, great. He's gonna go right there, and he's gonna go for the Banish again. I'm like, no, sir. You're not gonna go for a Banish. I'm gonna go for a Z move. If he gets Techno Charge, he gets Techno Charge, but he doesn't, so that's very, very good. Get a Shattered Psychic, move right next to my goal, I think. Or did I move into the middle? I think I moved next to my goal. Yeah, probably the better play. Goes in with the Aqua Sphere onto the Primal Kyogre. It's fine. Okay, so now we have a 2v2 situation. If I can get more takeaways, we can get a figure advantage, which I would like. Dazzling Gleam. It's gonna get back his Poly. Okay, and now I want to pause it right here, because this is a good spot for me. Pulls out the Genesect. This is a good spot for me to be in. He makes a smart play, because if I take away this Poliwrath, another Poliwrath comes right back out, and these things are easy to take away. But he makes a good play by pulling the Genesect over there, and my Steelix cannot really reach it in time, so I'm like kind of stressing out here. But I'm gonna move to the left, so I can like potentially reach both of their figures. And I see my Z gauge is almost coming up, and unexpected error. Okay, well, I did win that match, and I'm gonna tell you how I won that match. He moved with Genesect, trying to get the knockout. I got a fortunate burn. That allows me to get a takeaway and get another takeaway. And then he was like kind of stepping back and forward, and eventually decided to forfeit the match, because you can just play back and forth, and I was way ahead in time, so there was really nothing for him to do. Because if we went closer to my figures, I would zoom and kill him, and that would give him the weight win, because then something would come out of the BC and would gain weight. So like, he really had nothing to do there. But I got really lucky at the end with those takeaways. But I'm like, okay, I need to win one more match, but this deck is like based to destroy my deck. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll just go for it, and if we lose, we lose. So let's go to the last match. Alright, last match. I start out with the same strategy with the Steelix, because I kind of like the way that I can set up my Alakazam near my goal, and potentially get some more Golden Victinis down, put the Cocoon down again. Good matchup there, and I go for the same strategy again. But now I learned from my mistake, and I know that landslide is probably not gonna happen. But I'm still gonna go for it. Gonna go right there, and he makes a good play by Janicek. I'm not gonna risk it because he has the Divani, which can go on his goal. And then he has 3 months adjacent to each other, and I can no longer get it anymore. And then my Mega runs out, and I'm gonna get surrounded. So I decided to just take the entry point because that's already good momentum in my advantage. It's really good momentum, especially in the early game. I like it. So right now he's gonna suicide surround the Divani to get the knockout. I'm okay with that. He really started hating my steel leaks. You're gonna find it funny that how many times he chooses to like do stuff against my steel leaks when there were better moves just because he got destroyed by steel leaks last game. Like the frustration for my steel leaks was absolutely real, and I found that kind of funny. So what do? I make it like a Zam? Yep, because I want to exclude the Divani. Makes sense. Risky play because he can get to my goal with the Polyrev in time, but I guess it was the better move to make. I'm going for a scoop up, get the other goal up. Very nice. Going with the poly. And I max revive? What do? Yeah, I max revive the Steelix. I don't know why. I don't know why I max revive Steelix. That was a bad play. Okay, let's go back. That was a really bad play. Let's see what I should have done there. I mean, I get a lucky spin, but I definitely should not have done that. Okay. Let's see what I should have done. Because that is definitely what I should not have done. Okay, so here I max revive the Steelix. What I should have done... let's check my plates. What I should have done... I honestly don't know. I think I should have just put Victini right there. I don't know. I mean, he had good momentum there, and all my moves were not brilliant, so I guess it's not too bad that I magnified with Helix. He can use his Z move if I can survive one turn, but I knock him out, so that's good. And now this Golden Victini is in a really good position, blocked off by 2 mines. Anything that comes close to it will have a chance to get banished, and I see this Divani is giving me some space, so I'm going for the Bright Powder. I mean, if I can get one exclusion, just one, most games that's already enough. So I'm like, okay, we got the banish, now we need to play defensively. Make sure that Genesis cannot reach us too much, he's gonna go for it, and here he should have went for the banish. 100% he should have went for the banish right there. Let me check. So I think he still had one of those plays left. Yep, he should have went for the banish. 100% he should have went for the banish. I mean, he could have gotten purple against my goal. I think he was afraid of that. But he has a respin. I think he should have went for the Douse Drive. So after I get this exclusion, he should have went for the Douse Drive. Even though this confuses me what he does. So it disables me to get the banish. But I think it was better to try to get rid of my figures. Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely. But it's not a bad play, but I think attacking with the Gen 6 was better. But let me know in the comments below. If you guys disagree, make sure to tell me. Everyone disagrees sometimes, so it's fine. Shattered Psyche, good play by me, I think. Because this allows me to put some pressure. That was a good play. Because now the Gen 6 is not going to advance that easily with this the Shattered Psyche play there, and now I can block him off again. And this could have kept going on forever, but he was like, well, let's not just waste some time together. So I'm going for the takeaway. I guess the Pani Wish. I'm like, okay, that's fine, because it's still a 3v2 matchup, and the more exclusions he does with an unfavorable matchup as far as figures go, it's always good for me. Because it should come down to a 2v1 situation and then a 1v0 situation if he keeps going. Still bind, and that figure can no longer move until it's tagged. So that's good. And another unexpected error. What happened in this game? I think I Yeah, I somehow advanced with Alakazam and I Z with the Primal Kyogre. And then I killed it again. I'm not really sure, but anyways, I won 2 in 1 in games, so GG's to Divani, to my opponent. He made a good deck to counter my deck, but I know a little bit how to play Victini, but I also got a little bit lucky. But sometimes luck happens, and without luck you cannot win tournaments. So GG's, man, and I'm gonna go, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out, guys.